Hey y'all, Ham here. It's pretty early in the morning. I just woke up. I was just editing some stuff. Sucks on my YouTube channel. I only get to pick from 3 thumbnails. So I'm either like, it's horrible. Like, watch, those are going to be 3 of the choices. um, yeah, how does that work? Like the algorithm to get people to see your stuff? I don't let comments I don't allow comments on my videos because it's just that's not what this channel is about. But I want people to see what I have to say, not for any other reason than starting conversation and putting ideas in people's heads. I'm here to give more or less advice about parenting and mothers and single parents and just life in general, just breeding positivity. Nothing I ever say, even if it comes across sarcastic, is to upset anybody or put anybody down. We all have our life paths and our life goals. And we've all come from a place, and everybody's opinions matter. Everybody's lives matter. And even if I'm voicing a specific opinion or a suggested, way of living your life, doesn't mean you have to follow it. Again, this is something I've mentioned, like, especially when you're a parent, you're going to get advice from 60 different directions. It would behoove you to listen to most all of it and weed out what you don't want. Listen to everything, absorb what you want, is the saying I give. It's like reading a book or doing research, but with parenting, yeah, you can read all this stuff, but real live advice from people who've been through it, and people who are in your life, they're telling you because they love you, not because they're trying to tell you you're wrong. So when I'm giving my advice, it's because I love this world and I want to see it flourish, and I have a young child and I want them to be able to live in a world with peace and unity and animals, because Lord knows 40% of mammals are now gone since I was a kid, and that's sad and something we don't talk about. So essentially, what can we do as a society to keep positivity flowing, us thinking about other people other than ourselves, this age of the internet, this age of selfies, which that word I wish was put in a garbage disposal. It's ruined my career. It's ruined, I feel like everyone's like a 14-year-old girl when they say it. It's ruined people's minds of like thinking as a unit, as a whole, and thinking of anyone else but yourself. And I understand with 7 billion people in the world, something like that, it's a really cutthroat and you really do have to fight for yourself. But something needs to give, and there needs to be like an awakening. And I keep saying, like, where is this renaissance? After every dark age, there's always a renaissance throughout history, and boy do we know history repeats itself. So more creativity, more music, more things that like make life. America, we're such a dark place right now, whether you think so or not. Like, open your eyes, put your phone down, and like look around. Like, things are so dark, and everything is fading, and we're not actually creating a world for our children, a sustainable life for our children. So with that intro being a long one but a very important one, this video I want to talk a little bit mainly about the power of your voice and the power of peaceful protesting and where it has got us thus far in the world. So America is known in the first world, or anywhere, as being, leaders in technology, and we're a lot of people look up to us, a lot of people look down to us, but we're also very behind. We're still a new developed country. I mean, there's always been people living here, but as far as like the way we run our society, we don't have a rich, long history. You know, I look at Europe with their 21-hour work weeks, their long vacations, and their skinny, healthy bodies. And it looks more like they're doing it right. They're living their lives, you know, in a way that we work 80 hours a week just to do for 2 days a year in Jamaica or Barbados, you know. Um, so there's something we're not quite doing right. We're all a bunch of sheep, I think. You know, uh, I think we're not listening to these peaceful protester type people. Like, I personally, and you don't have to feel this way, and I know half the world is with it and half the world isn't, but I happen to really jive with people like Colin Kaepernick and Bernie Sanders, and everyone's like, "Oh God, blah 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 blah." But let's sit down for a minute and think about what these people have to say. Are they trying to hurt anyone? No. Are they trying to make positive change for more people than themselves? Are they trying to make positive change for our future and not just us right now? Yeah. Nail polish still going strong. um, are they trying to, and not just those two, just anyone in that kind of realm of like trying to make a change? So why are we dismissing and so harshly criticizing the things that they're trying to accomplish? So we'll take Colin Kaepernick, for instance. I have friends who are military, I have friends who are police, I have family who are police. I love and respect the police. I heard something said the police department. I love and respect the military. I don't think that's what Colin Kaepernick is trying to do. I think that the black community in America, now we're all one race. I don't see it any other way than that, but we're just going to talk about it in this way because this is where we live and this is how society works and this is how we're being judged in this world. So, oh God, I'm talking slow, but okay. So he has something very important to say, okay? Just like, let me sound cliche, just like Martin Luther King, right? Back then, those people were controversial and doing things they shouldn't be doing and going against this and going against that. And now we look back at it as something that happened in history and we're like, yeah, MLK, we even have a day for him. You know, we wouldn't be where we are, you know, socially if it wasn't for the sacrifice that went on. So what is Colin Kaepernick really doing when he's kneeling? Is he actually disrespecting the flag? No. And I'll have a lot of other people who are in positions of police and military, especially military, tell you the same thing. Like, we have this flag, we fight for this flag for the right to stand or kneel or sit for our rights. Okay, women's rights, you know, Black American rights, you know, however you want to say it. To me, the whole movement of, let's just say, Blue Lives Matter, okay? Obviously, the police matter, okay? No one hates the police. What we hate are the negative things, the very truly real life negative things that happen when the police are being corrupt And that is the truth. That happens. It still happens. I have people in my life that still, to this day, can tell me stories. Has not gone away. Just because it's not 1950 doesn't mean it's gone away. Okay? That mentality still exists. People still live in fear to walk down the street just because of the color of their skin. They live in fear as a female going into an area where, you know, wearing a certain something, you know, there's all this fear because people feel this superiority complex. So, for instance, the idea of Blue Lives Matter, I get where it's coming from. People think that this Black Lives Matter thing was violent. Well, yeah, a few people may have spoiled it for the whole, and those people should be probably very ashamed of themselves because they ruined a great movement. The idea of Black Lives Matter isn't, and first of all, Colin Kaepernick has donated millions and millions of dollars and gotten all his friends and all these celebrities to donate millions of dollars, like thousands of dollars, which turned into a couple million, sorry, not to misquote, to organizations that people don't donate to, schools, you know, women's shelters, like all kinds of things like that, right? And he's quiet and he's happy and he's peaceful and he's smiling. Does that man ever not smile? Like, what? Yes, maybe there's some things that he said or his girlfriend said that were controversial. Oh, let's throw them to the fire because, oh, look, they're not perfect. Neither are you. But anyway, the idea of Blue Lives Matter. Do you know what, like, okay, yes, they do. But there are no blue lives. There are no blue lives. I'll say it again. You choose to be a police officer. You chose that career. The black community didn't choose to be black, they were born that way. How disrespectful. You're the ones being disrespectful. That's like going to a breast cancer rally and screaming, pancreatic cancer matters. How dare you not include them? Because that's not why we're here. That's not what this discussion is about. You're literally just washing over all the work that these people are doing and hushing. Like, you don't matter. That was wrong what you said. Police are the best. Well, yeah, they are. I truly believe in justice. But justice for all. You get it? You would not be happy if you didn't live in a state where we were able to say and do what we want. I would not be able to have this YouTube channel. You would not be able to have your whatever, you know, your Facebook. Even Bernie Sanders, that man is fighting for real stuff. And even if it doesn't sound real to you, if you did half the research I did when that man was running for president, it is possible. These things are possible. This life is possible to be more positive and more inclusive and more easygoing for the rest of the, like, how much do you pay in health insurance? How many hours do you work a week? Do you get to spend time with your kid? Can you afford a house? Are all of you still living with your parents? Yeah, something has to give and something has to change. So why don't we take a step back and look at these peaceful protesters and not look at them like, oh, they suck, they can't accomplish it. How about, holy crap, they're doing that thing. They're really putting their voice out there. They must really care about something. Bernie Sanders has been fighting for, like, I feel like hundreds of years. Look back at some of the things that he's accomplished. And he still doesn't make a quarter of what, you know, the other two presidential candidates and president make. And he's been doing it on his feet. This man's in his 70s and he's not going anywhere. Right? Regardless, this video is going to end. This sucks. I had a lot to say. But anyway, don't disregard these people. Take them into your heart and think, why are they doing what they're doing? Are they really trying to harm me, or are they trying to make a better world for me and my kids? Alright? Not to make anybody sad. Love you all. All your opinions matter. All lives matter. Love you. Bye.